I've noticed in the media and on social media that some First Nations have been being alarmist and alleging that the process of a petition and the process of a referendum threatens their treaty rights. That is just simply not accurate. I don't know who's advising them, but it's just not accurate. In the referendum, Albertans who are eligible to vote in a municipal and provincial election will be eligible to vote in the referendum, yes or no, as to whether or not Alberta should stay or leave. Just like in the last municipal election, Albertans, including members of First Nations, each got one vote in that election. Provincial election, they got one vote. All of us only get one vote. They're no different. And in the federal election, same thing. So they will each, First Nation citizen of Alberta who's eligible to vote in a provincial election will be entitled to vote in the referendum. They get one vote, just like everybody else. It's equal, fair. Then, once the vote is successful, the Supreme Court of Canada requires, as does the Federal Clarity Act, that the provinces and the federal government and the affected First Nations sit down with the Alberta government to negotiate the terms upon which Alberta will become an independent country, in terms of the divorce terms, so to speak. And what's crystal clear, if anybody wants to check this, look up Section 3 of the Federal Clarity Act. And what it says is, after those negotiations have concluded and the deal has been reached as to the terms of the divorce, and that will obviously require an amendment of the Constitution because Alberta needs to be removed from the Constitution because we're not going to be in it anymore. We're going to have our own Constitution in a free and prosperous and independent country called Alberta, is that it clearly states in Section 3 sub 2, I believe it is, that the federal government cannot even propose an amendment to reflect the terms of separation and independence unless full engagement and consultation has occurred with First Nations and all of the First Nations Aboriginal and treaty rights have been recognized. So that means at the negotiating table, the First Nations will have on its face three choices. They can say, we don't want our reserves, and the reserves, the Indian reserves in Alberta constitute less than 1% of the land base, and the land within the reserve is owned by the federal government. This is not controversial, I'm just describing legal facts. And the affairs of First Nations in Alberta, like other provinces, are